are such an asshole.
How you kids doing? All right, let's get this long one. Hi, Aaron. Please keep me anonymous. This is a long one because it's a complicated issue. I'll do my best to keep it as short and simple as possible. Pay whatever fee you charge me. Quick background: 25-year-old guy working full time as a place, kind of a entry level position, but a professional one for a large corporation. I've been working at this company for 3 years now. Have been working remote for quite some time. I live in a small city in a state that sucks. And I've lived here my entire life. I graduated from university in a year with a degree in accounting with zero debt. I got 24 grand saved up, a car, a motorcycle, live in a one-bedroom apartment. Your hobbies are very adventuresome and fun and physically active. Good for you. Here's my situation. My office is moving down to a major metro area in the South and is terminating all jobs here in my hometown in the future. Anyone doing all this data could identify you very easily. I have the option of continuing to work for my company. They require for me to apply for the same job. The application will be available for me to apply to next week. I don't know the exact pay rate yet, but it will be more than what I'm making right now, which is $20 an hour. Okay, right now, dude, you can make that anywhere else in the United States. All right, you might have to move, but you could find $20. That's not a huge opportunity cost. Even if they pay you $25 an hour, you could probably find somewhere else right now to make that. I really want to move out of my hometown, but I'm not sure if I want to move to this area. The reason why is because I would like to live in an area where there is 4 seasons and snow. I love snowboarding. I hate super hot and humid weather, especially when it is almost year round. I wouldn't be able to snowboard. And if I lived in this area, and plus it's just too hot there. I've been there before, so I know how it is. Ideally, I would like to live in a city that gets all 4 seasons. I get snowy winter and is close to the mountains. So me and a friend visited Colorado for 5 days to check it out. We stayed in Denver for 4 days to experience the city life, did some walking tours, went to a comedy show, went to some great restaurants and bars, talked to we took a shit, and then I wipe with my left hand instead of my right because I should develop my left hand ass wiping ability. And then I coughed, and then I went for a walk, and then I talked to Bobby, and then Bobby said this, and then I went there, and then I looked at a leaf. We hiked Mount Falcon and got a beautiful view of the Mile High City. Then we went to Idaho Springs for a couple days to go ziplining. Well, what was the... never mind. Rock climbing, rappelling, hiked a few other mountains. Overall, it was one of the best vacations I ever had. There were so many things to do in Colorado. I could snowboard there for most of the year. I really dig my lifestyle. I really dig the lifestyle of Colorado. Most of the people seem laid back and chill. I also am going to Aspen, Colorado later on to go snowboarding with a friend for 5 days. I would love to get a new job and move to Colorado, preferably Denver or Colorado Springs. Okay. Do it. And good night, everybody. However, the only gripe I have about moving there is the cost of living. It's expensive as F. A studio 1-bedroom apartment starts at $1,200 to $1,400 a month. That's pretty standard. Let me explain. I can't mention where you are. You live in a very crappy part of the country. It's not dangerous. It's just like one of the crappiest, most boring, dull places in the country. And it's not a shock that your company is moving out of it. All right? Nothing happens there. $1,200 to $1,400 a month is not too bad for a 1-bedroom now. That's pretty standard across the United States. Now, here's the thing. You would be paid more. See? You would not earn your crappy wage. And by the way, your wage is crappy. You would get paid more living in Denver. And you wouldn't move out to Denver until you were paid like $25 an hour or $30 an hour. Although you could live off of that, no problem. $1,200 a month. Maybe you rent a room. Maybe you live cheap. Maybe you don't live in Denver. Maybe you live somewhere where it's cheaper. Maybe you live in the mountains, like towards Empire or Blackhawk. So you're already in the mountains and you don't have to transverse Denver. There's got to be some crappy places in Golden, Colorado, right? Look it up. I doubt that I could find a trustworthy roommate who is willing to share an apartment with me and split the cost. True. You're going to have to go on your own. So I probably live there alone. Yes. Get used to that. Hey, everybody, you want an interesting life? Live on your own. You're going to be alone. You're going to be on your own because nobody can keep up with you. And if they could keep up with you, they're going to be just as independent minded and they're not going to go do exactly. It's no animosity. You want to go snowboarding. They're going to want to go canyoneering. All right. Yes. To have an interesting life, you must be alone for oftentimes long periods of time. Yes. Also, it is important to note I do not have my CPA, but I'm planning on getting it soon. I have an online CPA course subscription, but I have not studied as much as I should have been. Oh, you're lazy too. Oh, I wonder if you will discover pot in Denver. And dude, man, like I totally should study for my CPA, but it's much easier to complain about rent and not being able to find a job, man. Dude, I wonder if you had put forth the effort to get your CPA earlier, if you'd be making more money and you would not be having these problems now. Here's another thing. Have you looked at how many credit hours you got to sit to become a CPA in Colorado? Have you? All right. Also, what about the Guam workaround where you don't need master's courses and you get your Guam CPA and then through reciprocity you get to be a CPA. There's a little workaround there. I'm glad I just saved you like literally multiple thousands of dollars of time and money. But I've not studied as much as that. A few questions for you. Do you think I should move to Colorado? Yes. Ideally, I want to get an accounting job lined up for me before moving there, but the chances of that happening are kind of slim. Did you send out resumes? How do you know? Dude, like, I want to find a job, man. But I think there's slim chances and I haven't sent out any resumes. I wonder how this is going to end, man. Dude. You're not a pothead yet, but you are one in spirit. Did you send resumes? Especially because I don't have my CPA, so I might have to get a bridge job first. Yes, maybe work Amazon or UPS. Yes, good. No, you're thinking right now. Now you're not thinking like a pothead. Now you're starting. Since I have experience working in this particular industry, the pay won't be enough, but it'll be a start. What do you mean it won't be enough? Do you have food, clothing, shelter, and did you move out of your crappy God freaking Christ? Stop giving me excuses, you lazy young people. Do it or not. Continue living in your shitty state or not. Go to Denver or not. I don't care. Stop giving me your effing excuse. Oh, well, this might not go. The wind I might catch a drought. The wind might be blowing against my car. I'll get less fuel efficiency. And then, well, you're technically going uphill because Denver's at 5,000 feet and the state I'm in is only at 1,200 feet. And, there's that. And then, well, maybe I'd have to, it might be a little bit cold when I'm getting, God, do you want to live your life or not? Stop coming up with excuses. Start sending out resumes, go get a job, and go live there. Man, God, like, are you guys alive? Are any of you people alive? Do you want to live? Or are you only going to live? And it is so freaking easy. And there's a government check. And the skids are oiled for you. And someone's pushing you. God, Christ almighty. Yes, you might have to live in a room. You might have to experience a little bit of poverty. You might have to work 2 jobs. But Jesus Christ, do you want to live or not? All the time, you're looking for the cheat codes. You're looking for this magical wand that me and Rich Cooper don't effing have. God, you're all a bunch of pussies. Jesus. Plus, I'll pick up a second job to make extra money until I do get it, then my CPA. Should I stay in my hometown and get my CPA first, then move to Colorado? That's an idea, yeah. Are you going to study for it? You going to get it? Can you sit for the CPA? Yes. The practical issue is like, do you need master's classes? If in your home country, your home state, you don't need to get master's courses, yes, they're saving yourself time going to college. Get your CPA there. And then you could, certainly move to Colorado. You probably find a better job, obviously. But you don't have to. You could, God, there's never been a better time where you could just walk in and get $15 an hour to be a waiter. There's no better time to move than now. Now. There's a cold front coming in. Should I go? I don't know. I looked on Google Maps. There's a little bit of traffic in Nebraska. I don't know if I should go. My only gripe about this is I have to really buckle down and do nothing but eat, sleep, work, and study. Almost like in order to achieve things in life and to be successful and to live an exceptional life, you have to put forth exceptional work. Yeah, that would suck. You know what? I got a better idea. You should start drinking and doing pot and then telling everybody what you're going to do in the future. And by future, I mean, you keep telling them that until you're dead. And then they'll say, what do you do? Nothing. That's all I would have time for. What do you think I did for like 4 years? College and then some. Then I would have to transfer my license from my state to Colorado since the requirements are a little bit different. I would rather move first and then get my CPA so the licensing process would be simpler. Okay, there you go. But I don't know if that's the best option for me. Yes, if the licensing to get the critic, whatever you get to your CPA quickest is the best way to do it. That is the best path. Because then you're not dicking around with, oh, do I make $20 or do I make $22 an hour? Oh, I can't afford a studio apartment. Like, you're not dealing with that crap ever again. Should I stick with my current employer and move down south? No, you don't even want to go there. And they're not paying you that much anyway. I'm not sure if I will like the town. I don't think you'd hate it. It's a fine town. I've been there. But it will be a transitional experience from my hometown that I may like. Living in Atlanta would be better than living in my hometown. If I take this option, guaranteed. Just no, don't go. Don't go. What do you think I should do? I'm at a crossroads. Go to Colorado. Hey, it's snow season, man. Go now. Start sending out resumes. Go. All right. There we go. Any super chats? Hey, the competent man, Luke is back. $5 CPA. Do not get a master's degree unless the state you are in requires it. You're better off working as a CPA candidate and making money. Yes. Competent man for $5 again. Go to the state you want to live in first and then set up to get your CPA license. Getting CPA license in one state and then move just waste time. Does it? I thought it was reciprocity. We got to talk to Chad Elkins. I get Chad in here. I know, man. I know, key boy. He could get his CPA, but if he doesn't learn to shut up and get to the point, he ain't going to work for no one. No one's going to hire him. Could you imagine this guy running a meeting? Oh, God, people would be just dying in their seat 40 years later. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, SOconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.